I wasn't surprised about this downward trend itself, but I was really shocked by the magnitude of this deterioration. Back in 2019, only about 17% of the Chinese expressed negative feelings towards the United States. What Donald Trump did in his final year in office contributed a lot to the deterioration of the relationship. His use of racial slurs to describe the coronavirus, that's just one example. I don't think the numbers would change that much. The US has been pressing on China a set of contentious issues for decades, right? Human rights, trade, Taiwan. So that's nothing new. What is new is that once the United States brought up the issue of structural reform, trying to force Beijing to end subsidies to its SOEs, the Chinese all of a sudden felt that, wow, you are trying to dismantle the economic foundation that I put in place to serve the political system. And that means that ending the political monopoly of power of the CCP, and that's a no-go place for the Chinese government. I think it takes a long time for any country to build soft power. One of the things we find is that among all our respondents, people who have traveled to the United States, who have studied in the United States or worked in the United States, they consistently have more positive feelings about the United States. One of the things that we find in our survey is that compared to their parents, the younger generation in China, they hold consistently more negative views about the United States. So in this era of great power competition, I think maintaining people-to-people exchanges is absolutely critical. When I put this up on Twitter, a lot of people say that it's quite surprising that the US overtook Japan as the #1 disliked country in China. Japan, Australia, they have been pressuring China to allow for independent investigations into the origin of COVID-19. They've been joining the so-called freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea. One of the reasons why Germany is the #1 liked Western country in China is that it's been quite successful in maintaining an independent foreign policy. I understand that might be easier to do for a big country because a lot of countries in this region require cooperation, security cooperation with the United States. But at the same time, how can you lose 1.4 billion consumers? It's really painful to choose.